So this story is of such an orphan high school student who one day gets such a magical item with which he becomes the strongest sage in the world. This story is of Luo, who was sitting in his high school in the college, and like me, he also did not pay attention to studies at all. So he was sitting in the back and thinking about things here and there. Then the teacher notices people and makes him stand. And then the teacher asks Luo a question. Now he stands, but he cannot give any answer, because of which all the students of the class present there start laughing at him. At that time, the topper of the class, whose name was Zhang, he stands up and while answering that question, he says that you do not know anything. I think that you should not have come here to study. Zhang was trying to impress the class teacher by showing Luo down here and being moreover smart. He drags Luo and takes him to the teacher and says that apologize to the teacher. But Luo refuses to apologize and says that I just did not understand the chapter, so I could not answer the question. But Zhang was doing it with Luo. When Luo goes to push him back, then by mistake Luo drops his coffee cup on the table kept by the teacher. But then Luo saves that cup with his reflexes, but in order to save the cup, Luo broke the brush pen of the teacher, and that brush pen was very important for the teacher. In the next scene, we see that Zhang and Luo are taken to the teacher's principal's office. And as soon as the two go to the principal's office, we see Luo, who is very scared, because he knows that all the blame is going to come on him. Then we see Zhang, who was pretending to be good. As soon as he came to the principal's office, he was also talking to Luo nicely, and he says that I also apologize on behalf of Luo. Now after seeing all this, Luo was very angry. He says that the principal is doing all this drama that you are seeing right now. But then the principal shouts and says that be quiet at all. Luo, you have broken the most important thing of Teacher Ju. It was an important ancient brush for thousands of years. It is almost impossible to find it. But then Teacher Ju says in the middle that Luo, you do not need to think so much. You just find such a brush for me. But I already tell you that you will not get this brush easily. While looking for this brush, you will find a lot of things, which will be beneficial to you, and I will also get my brush back. Now Luo says yes to this thing, because if he had not said so, he would have been removed from this college. But Luo quickly understands that this was such a difficult task, because even after searching the whole city in one place, he does not get that brush anywhere. He was even thinking that the teacher was not making me travel on purpose. But while roaming around, Luo sees Zhang, who is running to a place. When Luo follows him, he finds out that Zhang is also looking for the same brush so that he can give that brush to the teacher before Luo. And then Zhang's uncle says that I have got this brush, which is not here. It is in another city. We will go there. But before that, we eat something. On the other hand, we see Luo, who was happy because it was a big opportunity for him. And Luo goes to another city as soon as possible and finds the shop. When Luo reaches the shop, there is a shopkeeper present there, who was a boy named Rong. And when he saw him, Luo fell in love with him at first sight. Now he shyly asks if you have that brush, and Rong also says that yes, we have that brush. After that, she shows him the brush, but she forbids him from touching the brush, because they cannot sell it now. She says that when my grandfather comes here, after that I can ask him and sell this brush to you. Then a man in a suit enters there and says that that brush is mine. This man is a criminal and Rong knows him. Rong says that we have never called you here, so run away from here as soon as possible. This man, whose name is Zhang, he gets very angry and takes that brush and looks at it. Then he says that this is not the brush that I am looking for, and then he throws that brush. But at the right time, Luo goes and catches him. And then Zhang says that if you don't give me that brush that I am asking for, then I will kill you all. Then Luo comes in the middle, and for the one
he has just fallen in love with, he starts fighting him. But then Zhang gets irritated and releases his power, due to which both of them fall very far behind. Then Rong says that Luo stay behind. After that, Rong releases her power. She uses some icicle spears, due to which Zhang does not have much effect. But Zhang is surprised when Rong summons a snow brush from her and attacks him. Then Zhang also becomes serious and he summons his cloud brush. And after that, both of them start fighting like madmen. Luo was thinking that he might get killed between them. Then Zhang says to Rong that, let me tell you that the brush you have is powerful, but you can't defeat me. Now, we are shown a past scene here, where we are shown an old man who is sitting and drinking a lot, and he is not such a person. He is the strongest sage in the world. but because he is old now, he does not want to work anymore. He knows that he will be killed very soon, because of which he was enjoying his life. But before he died, he had imprisoned his spirit and all his powers in a brush. Now, we are again shown in the present where Zhang and Rong were fighting, and now while fighting, Rong gets a shock due to which the same brush comes out of him, and that brush goes straight and gets inserted inside Luo. Then we see that some changes were coming inside Luo. In a while, Luo had completely changed. His presence had become completely different. Zhang tries to attack him again, but he can't match Luo's speed. Then Zhang uses his strongest move, but everything was useless in front of Luo. Zhang quickly understands that he has made a big mistake and he runs away from there. Well, after his death, Rong asks if Luo is fine. But Luo is not fine at all and he faints there. In the next scene, we are shown Luo in a strange place where Luo is on a boat. But Luo's happiness does not last long because the boat also sinks. Although he was dreaming, but as soon as he wakes up from the dream, he finds Rong in front of him. Then Rong's grandfather, whose name was Mr. Wei, comes and introduces Rong. Then Mr. Wei says that you have fainted because you can't handle the powers of that brush. Then Luo remembers what happened to him after all. Well, then Luo also remembers that he has not yet taken his teacher's brush. Then Luo asks that Mr. Wei, do you have that pineapple brush? But he is shocked when Mr. Wei says that I sold him to a child named Zhang. Anyway, Luo can't do anything, because of which he is sad that he starts going from there. But then Mr. Wei says that you don't worry, a lot has happened to you in our shop, so you can keep this brush. And then Mr. Wei says that the brush you came to get here is much more valuable than that. Now, we are shown the second scene where we are shown a girl who was wearing a red dress, and she wanted to sneak into a restricted place and go there. But then the guard catches her there. But then the girl gives an excuse and says that I was just looking for a washroom and came here. Then the guard gives her a map to go out and tells her to go from there. On the other hand, we see Luo, who was still sad, because he had not yet found the pen that his teacher had asked him to bring. But yes, his teacher also said that you will also learn something good, and I will also get my brush. So I have definitely learned some new things, and this pen is also very good. I hope he doesn't throw me out of college. Now Luo was going to Mr. Zhu's office to give that pen, and he was also thinking that while giving his pen, he would also attach an emotional story with it, so that the teacher would not say anything to him and leave. But then suddenly, Luo's teacher comes behind and asks, "What are you doing here?" Luo does not understand anything and says that, "I have found your pen." The teacher is happy and takes him inside his cabin. When Luo goes inside, he is very nervous because he knows that he has not found the pen that he had to give him. But now Luo can't do anything, so he gives him the pen. And after giving that pen, he does not know how, Luo already knows all the information about that pen. As soon as the teacher sees that pen, the teacher already realizes that this pen is very expensive. On top of that, when Luo tells the teacher all the information he knew about that pen, then that teacher is very happy. Even that teacher tries that pen and sees, well, now at least Luo will not be thrown out of this college. In the scene after this, we see Luo, who was sitting in a cafe and doing research, that finally he suddenly got so much information from where and what was that brush pen. But then we see that some goons come inside the cafe who start threatening the owner of the cafe, although when there is a fight, the owner of the cafe was a very good martial artist, due to which he easily washes some people. And then Luo also comes to help him. Seeing Luo, the owner of the cafe is very happy and says that you had just become my friend. In fact, Luo and the owner of the cafe had just become friends a while ago. Well, now the fight goes on. But after a while, we see that Luo is surrounded by a lot of people, and now Luo is stuck in a lot of trouble, because 2 to 3 people were going to kill him. But as soon as there is an attack on Luo's body, some enormous power is activated from Luo's body. I don't know how, but Luo comes in the air, and he himself does not know how his powers work. Well, seeing this power, all the people present there go to attack the owner of the cafe, but then we see that Luo suddenly teleports there and kills everyone. Now all the people here had gone after being beaten, and the owner of the cafe, whose name was Ken, says that, "I did not know that you were hiding your superhuman powers from me." Well, Ken wanted to talk to him, but Luo says that I am very tired, so I will talk to you later. Well, on the other hand, Luo was very excited because he was learning about a lot of things, and he had become a very powerful person. He could not believe that all this was happening to him in real life. He thinks that he will call himself an ink brush painter or an ink brush man, but these were all very weird names, because of which he plans to think about something else. But he was very tired, so he falls asleep while thinking about the name. When Luo was sleeping, he sees a strange old man in his sleep, seeing whom he is very scared, and now he was not able to sleep, because of which he goes out of the house at midnight. He thinks that, I will have to do something and go back to the shop to get all these answers. But as soon as he was walking outside at night, he feels something very dangerous behind him. As soon as he looks back, there was a very dangerous monster behind him. After seeing him, Luo tries his best to run away from there, but by doing something, the monster catches him. Luo was telling himself that, do not worry, you have superhuman powers. But in reality, these superhuman powers do not work at all. Then Luo thinks that maybe this is my end. Luo's life was going to take a monster here. Luo had completely accepted it and was repeating his regrets again, that he is going to die. But he has not made a single girlfriend yet, nor did he become a Superman that he wanted to become since childhood. Then that monster was also going to kill Luo. But suddenly, that monster freezes completely, because at the same time, Rong had come at the right time, who saves Luo. Then Rong asks Luo that what did we give you? Do you have it? But then Luo says that I gave it to my teacher. And after hearing this, Rong gets very angry and takes that anger out on the monster. And seeing how strong Rong is, Luo falls in love with him again. Well, after all this, Luo and Rong go back to the same shop, and Rong takes Luo to her grandfather this time. Then we see that Rong's grandfather says that the monster that attacked you at night is called a brush puppet. They are such dangerous monsters that are made by a brush pen. And the brush pen I gave you, if you had that brush pen, then you could have saved yourself from the monster. But you gave that brush pen to someone else, am I right? Then Luo says, oh yes, you are absolutely right. I gave that brush to my teacher. Then Luo says that you tell me the whole story from the beginning. I know you are hiding something from me. Then the grandfather says that if you want to hear it, then I will tell you everything from the beginning. It was a long time ago when nothing was going right in this world. Just like the World War, there was a lot of chaos here. At that time, a lot of talented spirits and mages were being killed. Then a very strong mage started imprisoning all the spirits in the brush, and one of them has also been inserted in you. And if you don't know, then the spirit inside you is the king of all the spirits. Luo is happy and says that, it means I am the king of all the spirit brushes. Then the grandfather says that this can happen.
But it is not completely true, because the power of the spirit brush inside you is just a small part of that spirit. Then we see that the grandfather feels something strange, and he detects an enemy behind Luo and attacks him. That man's name was Li, who had come to kill Luo because Luo has the strongest spirit brush that he wants. And he is not such an enemy. He is a very dangerous enemy, because he is the head of a very big family. Now he attacks Luo. Before that, Hirong attacks him, but Li stops that attack very easily, and on the contrary, attacks Hirong very dangerously. Then to save Hirong, Luo comes in front, but the grandfather takes care of him at the right time. And then we see that Li gets very angry and starts doing a lot of attacks at once. But the grandfather was also not a weak player. On the other hand, we see Luo, who asks Hirong what is going on. Then Hirong says that the brush inside you is one of the top 7 brushes, and this guy does the work of collecting those 7 brushes, one of which is inside you. So he has come to kill you and take that brush from inside you. On the other hand, we see that the grandfather was still fighting him, but now he was not very well, because the grandfather is old, so he can't fight him for a long time. So Hirong decides to fight him. Then she tells Luo to run away as far as you can from here, because if I can't fight, he'll kill you too. On the other hand, we see Li, who is about to kill the grandfather. But then Luo activates his power and saves him from a protection barrier. Grandfather says that you run away because you can't win in front of him. Then Luo says that I have entered this fight and now I can't run. But Luo's stamina does not last long, due to which Li was going to catch him and kill him. But then we see that the grandfather comes in the middle, who takes that attack on himself and kills himself. But before he dies, he does a lot of damage to him, due to which Li has to go from there for that time. Well, after that we are shown to the grandfather, who was not dead. After that, he sits with difficulty and says to Luo that you will have to remove that brush from you as soon as possible, and I will definitely find a way to do it. But then Luo says that you don't worry, I will definitely learn to control this brush. I don't want to put your lives in danger because of me. I swear that I will learn to run this brush pen, and I will protect both of you. Then the grandfather says that if this is what you want, then this is right. It is difficult to run this brush pen, but I will definitely train you. But before that, I should rest a little so that this wound of mine can be cured. Then Rong says that you don't worry. Until you recover, it is my responsibility to train Rong. Well, even after all this, our Nala main character was happy because Rong is going to train him. Now in the second scene, we are shown to Rong and Luo, who were in school. And everyone was giving a lot of attention to Luo. And why not? Because Rong was also walking with him on his side. Now after that, Rong takes Luo to a library and says that you will have to recite all the important poems here, because after knowing all the poems, you will be able to understand the full potential of the brush. Luo also gets very upset because he felt that he would not have to study, but here too, he would have to remember the poems. Well, Rong was in a lot of tension, so Luo tells him a joke and tries to make him laugh, but unfortunately, Rong does not laugh, and that's why Zhang comes there, who comes and insults Luo again. He says that if you just have to live with Luo out of helplessness, then you can leave him. And if you want poems, then I remember all the poems. After hearing all this, Luo was very upset and so angry that he could not understand anything. Then Zhang introduces himself to Rong and says that Luo is a very useless student. He is so bad that a few days ago, he did something that would have thrown him out of college. Then Luo thinks that after hearing all this, Rong will not help him or will stay with him. But brother, he says that my one is different. Just like that, Rong roasts Zhang here. She says that you are just trying to show yourself well, even if you are useless. And after hearing this, all the students present there start laughing at him. But this Zhang donkey still does not understand. He feels that he is just forcibly with Luo, and he feels that he will snatch Rong from Luo. After a while, it is shown to us that Rong and Luo are sitting under a tree. Luo still did not believe that Rong took a stand for him. He was thinking that, is this real love? Now, if all these things are put aside, then Luo remembered all the poems, but he did not understand a single poem. Then Rong comes to his side and says that whatever brushes are there, they prefer to go inside some genius people. Some people who know everything about poems and their author, so that they can use all the brushes of their full potential. But a brush has gone inside a donkey like you, because of which he is never able to use his full potential. Luo was thinking that he was just left to see this. He called me a donkey on my face, and Zhang is listening to all these things from behind the tree. He now thinks that if this is true, then I should also take a brush pen. On the other hand, Luo is tired of studying, so he thinks that he should take a break from it. Then Rong says that when that Li will be in front of you, then you will get rid of your whole life. Li belongs to the family of Zhu, and that family is a very popular family, which is now behind you, and no one wants to fight that family. So you will have to know about the brush pin inside you as soon as possible. The sooner you know, the better you will be able to use it. And our useless Luo was still thinking about taking a break from it. Then suddenly, he does not know how, but he finds out all the information about all the brushes in it, and he explains all the information to Rong. Then we are told that Luo went to his teacher before coming here, by which he had collected all the information, just because he wanted to impress Rong. And yes, it also works, because after hearing all this, Rong smiles for the first time in her life after seeing Luo. And after all this, Luo was lost in his own thoughts, because of which Rong beats him hard and tells him to study more. Then on the other side, we see Zhang, who was mysteriously talking to his uncle, and says that uncle find a spirit brush for me as soon as possible. Then his uncle also says that, I have already kept a spirit brush for you. That same night at another place, we are shown Rong and Luo, who were going somewhere together, because Rong was also on Luo's side. So Luo was getting a lot of attention. Luo says that Rong, if you want, you can go to your house. But then Rong says that no, I will stay with you. And all the people present there are very surprised to hear this. Then Luo says that okay, but not here. You go somewhere else with me. And after that we see Luo, who takes Rong to the same internet cafe. Yes, the same internet cafe where Luo had come a few days earlier. Luo first explains to Luo's new friend that yes, Rong is my partner, not my girlfriend. Then the owner of the cafe gives Luo and Rong a place to sit, and Rong was very surprised to see that internet cafe. That is, that computer internet. She says that I have been learning to control a spirit brush since childhood, and it also means that since childhood, I have never been able to explore the outside world much. So all these things are not for me at all. Then Luo says that there is a lot in this internet. If you want, we can play some games by keeping practice aside for a while. And Rong also needed a little break, so both of them start playing games. After a while, Luo thinks that has Rong really never played games before? Because Rong was playing the game very well in the first try. Rong says that all these games are very easy. This is in comparison that I have been using a spirit brush since childhood. I think it is 100 times harder to control the spirit brush than playing these games. And after hearing this, Luo starts his practice again. He finds out that the sooner he recites the more poems, the sooner his spirit will be strong. Now, after reciting so many poems, he was very tired. So he gets up and goes to his friend. And then while talking to him, he says that Rong is not at all such a girl. She is really a very hardworking girl. Then the owner of the cafe gives a suggestion. He says that I think Rong is such a girl who will not like to come to the internet cafe for a long time. So Luo, you should quickly find a place where you can take Rong. Otherwise, I don't think your relationship will last for many days. Luo says that yes, you are right, and I will think about it. After this, Luo goes to Rong and sees him sleeping for a while. And now Luo had to go out for
some work, but he did not want to be a burden on Rong. Then Luo calls his teacher and says that, "Can you give me that brush for a while?" Which I gave you. But then the teacher says, "That good? That brush? I gave that brush to Zhang, because his uncle was asking me for that brush." After hearing this, he gets very tensed and runs out to get that brush. He was running away in the dark night. Then suddenly, he falls down. And when he sees who came in front of him, then he sees that he was Zhang's uncle who had fallen down. After seeing him, Luo does not understand anything. Then he starts calling in the emergency number. But then suddenly, he starts hearing some noise from behind him. Then he tries to look inside quietly, and as soon as he looks inside, he sees that Zhang was sitting inside, where there was a lady too, who was really looking very powerful. And then she is doing something with Zhang. After seeing this, Luo is completely shocked. Then that lady says that you should be thankful that you deserve to be my puppet. On the other hand, Luo did not understand anything that what should he do. Seeing Zhang's face, Luo wanted to slap him hard, but because he is in trouble, Luo will have to save him for humanity. But then Luo was thinking that, I know that if I go to fight him directly, then I will be killed, because no doubt that lady is much stronger than me. Here I should probably call Rong, but if I go to call Rong, then Zhang will also be killed. Now after thinking a lot, Luo finally gets an idea. On the other hand, we see that lady who is doing something with Zhang, and then Luo shouts from there and says that, "Who is inside?" As soon as the lady comes out, Luo says in a lot of anger that, "How did you catch Zhang? How dare you face the Zhu family?" If you don't remember, then this is the same family that is after Luo to kill him. And because this is the strongest family, so he is trying to save Zhang here with his help. But that lady was not taking him seriously at all, and was saying that you are just kidding. But then Luo releases his power and shows him that he also has a spirit brush. And after seeing this, that lady starts trusting him a little bit. And then she says that, "I didn't catch Zhang. He himself came to me to get his brush inserted inside him." But here, Luo says a little too much overacting that, "I don't want to listen to all this. You give Zhang back. Otherwise it won't take me time to call Mr. Li and I will kill you." But it doesn't take much time to find out to that lady that Luo is just acting. And then she releases her power and says that, "I eat small rats like you every day." And that lady had attacked him where Luo tries to run but is unable to run. Then that lady caught him with the help of her art and says that you can't escape from it. Luo was in a lot of pain from that attack. That attack not only filled the poison in Luo's body, but also in Luo's throat. Slowly, that lady was also not enjoying playing with Luo. So she decides that she will kill Luo. And now finally, when she was about to kill him, then Luo does not understand what to do. Then he remembers the same poem that he had read, and then he starts reciting that poem. And suddenly there is a very strong power blast inside Luo. Luo himself did not know that how did he get so much power from a poem. But whatever it is, that lady was completely shocked to see this power. That girl didn't even have a little clue that how strong Luo has become now. Luo was getting overpowered here. Then sunrise also comes here. And with the sunrise, Luo remembers another poem. While reciting that poem, Luo does a very dangerous attack, due to which some purple foxes go and kill that lady. Although Luo still remembers a lot of poems,
So he remembers all the poems and makes a very big purple wave. And this time he is killed by his last attack. Brother, our OP main character study really helped here. So maybe I should read it too. Well, on the other hand, Zhang was still alive. This is a good thing and maybe a bad thing too. Now Luo catches him and takes him to Rong. Zhang had become like a zombie here. When Luo takes Zhang to Rong, then Rong says that the brush had been controlled on him. But luckily he is safe because his control had not yet come over the brain. Rong is not able to cure him completely, but slows down his process a bit. And then Zhang's father also comes there, who thanks Luo for saving Zhang, and also gives him some money. Now we are shown after a while
where Rong and Luo were sitting in one place, and Rong says that you did a great job, I am proud of you, that you utilized what we learned very well. And this compliment was not a small thing for our Luo, on the other hand. We are shown to the cafe owner, whose name was Yen. He sees that something has fallen on the ground, and as soon as he opens it, some unknown power goes inside it. Rong and Luo come running there, and then Luo says that this is the same brush that I got after defeating that lady. Rong says that if you got any brush, you should have said it before, and if this is really a brush, then we have nothing to worry about, because he just fainted. And as soon as Yen wakes up from sleep, he says that, Luo, I already knew that you are a Superman. Just tell me now that you are a good Superman or you are a bad Superman. Luo says, oh brother, stop. Give me a chance to tell. And after that, Luo says that we are not bad people. Then Yen says that if this is the case, then I have also become a Superman. And after that, Yen says that don't worry. If anyone attacks you, then I will save you. But then Rong says that stop. You just got your power just now. You don't even know what your power is. Then Yen says, no, you don't understand. I can die to save my friend. In the next scene, we see Rong, Luo, and Yen who were sitting in one place. Yen had to find out who is the owner of the brush that went inside it, but no one knows about it, so it will take a lot of time to find its origin. Then we see that a patient passes from the side who had blood on his head, and seeing that blood, Yen's fingertips start glowing. He thinks that his power has awakened. Luo is shocked to see him, but then Rong says that don't go to him because we don't know what his power is. Then suddenly, we don't know what happens, but all three come in a black space, and there was some unknown power attacking all three. Rong says that these 5 colors that you are seeing are very dangerous. You will have to stay away from it or it will control you. However, after fighting for a while, Luo captures that power, and because of that, as soon as Rong's attention wanders, he also captures that power. But because Rong is also in trouble now, then how would Luo not help him? Just understand, bro. Anyway, Luo gets very few chances to become a hero in front of Rong. Don't know how, but because of his powers, people who capture power in their high school. And because of that, as soon as the attention of the Rong is lost, he also captures that power. But because the Rong is also in trouble, then how would Lu not help him? Hey brother, even in this way, people get very few opportunities to become a hero in front of the Rong, not knowing how, but Lu comes to his senses with the help of his powers and also brings the Rong to his senses. After coming to his senses, the Rong says that these powers are very dangerous. Surely, whatever is behind it will be related to the family of the zoo, and it must have come to kill Lu. Then, the Rong uses his power, and with the help of his ice magic, to stop all those powers, he makes an ice barrier. But then, the enemy summons a lot of demons, due to which all the demons go and attack the Rong, and then attack the Rong again with red light, and the Rong again comes under the control of the red light. Then, to save the Rong, Lu comes in front of the Rong and brings him out of that hallucination. Lu was so lost in all these things that he did not even know that a demon had come from behind and had crossed his hand from his chest. As soon as Lu finds out about this, he says that the Rong should run away from here as soon as possible. Then he picks up the demon Lu and throws it on Yan. Then, as soon as Yan holds Lu with his fingers, he suddenly does not know how all the injuries of Lu heal on their own. Lu did not understand that how is he still alive. Then Yan touches the Rong, and all the injuries of the Rong also heal. Then he understands that all this is happening with the help of Yan's fingers.
Now, finally, our Nale Cafe owner was also getting a little proud of himself. Then he gets a little too overconfident and goes to fight the demons himself. Yes, it is a different thing that he beats very badly, but yes, he could heal his injuries with his own power. And finally, Yan finds out who was behind all those things. Then he tries to surrender the member of the Zoo family, but Yan does not leave him and beats him a lot. But then the member of the Zoo family runs away from there by saving his life. Now, all that black smoke was removed from there, and they had come to the hospital again. Then, Lu goes inside the hospital to see Zhang, and his teacher was also sitting there, who was getting very sad, and says that maybe all this happened because of me. Then Lu gets an idea, and Yan touches Zhang with the help of his fingertips. But he was not fully recovered yet, because Yan's powers were not working on Zhang yet, so Lu goes to Rong here. Then he sees that Rong was talking to someone, and says to him that Lu is trapped in our trap, and everything is going as per our plan. He listens to everything I say. It is very easy to manipulate him. When after hearing all this, Lu goes to Rong and asks him. Then Rong says that this is quite obvious. You didn't think that I would roam around with an idiot like you without any reason. Now after hearing all this, Lu's heart was completely broken. He didn't know that Rong was just using him. In the next scene, we are shown Rong and Rong's grandfather. We are told that Rong's grandfather already had the same plan, that he would find all the other brushes with the help of Lu. Now thinking all this, when Lu is walking outside, he sees the same girl wearing the same red dress. This is the same girl, if you remember. She wanted to enter a temple in a completely illegal way. She was trying to come here and manipulate Lu. She says that, "You come with me, that Rong has betrayed you, but I will not betray you. If you want, you can open the 7 colossal brushes with me before Rong and his grandfather." But they say that after being betrayed once, they do not get betrayed again and again. Then Lu says that there is no need. I am fine like this. But then the girl in the red dress forcibly pulls Lu with her. Here Lu could have said no if he wanted, but look at Lu's fun. And because of this fun, he gets manipulated again, and we know that this girl in the red dress is not a good girl. Then the girl in the red dress takes Lu to the corner and makes him unconscious in the pretext of flirting. And after that,
The girl fills Lu in the car and leaves from there. On the other hand, we see Rong and Yan who are looking for Lu, but there was no sign of Lu. On the other hand, we are shown Lu again, who is stuck in the trunk of the car, and as soon as he comes to his senses, he sees that his powers have been sealed. Then that lady brings him to a temple and says that if I want, I can kill you in this temple right now and take that brush from you. And then to take that brush from inside Lu, that lady does a very dangerous attack on Lu. But then suddenly, someone stopped that attack. Then we are shown an unknown person who was completely bald. Then that unknown person calls his student, whose name was Zhu, and says that kill that lady as soon as possible, where Zhu and that lady start fighting. But that lady was not very weak either. We see that a very good fight goes on between the two. But in the end, Zhu turns out to be a little stronger and wins this fight. But in the end, by doing something, that lady was successful in running away from there. After this, we are told the name of that bald man, who was Master Bad. Now after all this is over, Master Bad asks Lu that, "Do you have a brush inside you, am I right?" Then Lu says that, "No, I don't have any brush inside me." Master Bad says that you have a brush inside you and I can sense it. Then Lu was preparing for a fight, but then Master Bad says that, "Don't worry, we have not come to harm you. Neither do I want to fight you. I just want to know a little more about that green colossal brush inside you." Then Master Bad tells Lu about an old story. Many years ago, me and Rong's father used to be very good friends, but for some reason, Rong's father disappeared from there, and he has no whereabouts to this day. With your help, I just want to know where and how Rong's father is now. Then suddenly, Mr. Bad feels someone's presence, and it was none other than Yan. After seeing this, Lu calms everyone down and says that Yan is my friend. When Lu was in trouble, he called Yan, which is why Yan came here. But then Mr. Bad and everyone else again feel the presence of a person, and this presence was very strong. Then Master Bad disappears everyone with his magic. Then we see that a person had come there whose name was King, and he had brought a person there from whom he had to remove the brush. Actually, this place, or this temple, is such a temple where the brush can be removed from any person. After this, the king starts the process of removing the brush from that body. Gradually, all the spirits came out of that person and were taking the form of a brush.
And when his work to remove the brush is done, then the king brings a knife with which he was going to kill that person. But then we see that Lu, Yan, and all the other people leave Mr. Batty, and all the people come out of here, because they can't see that a person is dying in front of them. Because everyone had left, then Mr. Batty also has to leave from there. Then the king becomes very happy to see Lu, because he had found out that there is a brush among the 7 colossal brushes in Lu. And the person who just extracted the brush, there was a brush among the 7 colossal brushes in that person. Then as soon as the king attacks Lu, Lu tries to summon his power, but is unable to do so. It was good that Ju saved Lu at the right time. Seeing this, Mr. Batty says that Lu, you stay behind, because you may not have been able to use the brush completely yet. On the other hand, Ju is still fighting the king. Ju was giving a very good bump to the king. Well, he doesn't know how to use any magic. He was giving a very good bump to the king in hand-to-hand combat. But after a while, the king gets very angry and prepares his strongest attack with the help of his magic. And then he says that at this point you can do anything. You can't escape. You will all die. On the other hand, we see Mr. Batty, who understood everything, and he makes a barrier there. But the king also breaks this barrier very easily. And another very dangerous attack is made. But Ju comes forward, sacrifices himself, and saves everyone. Now at this point, the king had become very powerful. He easily takes Lu and Yan away from Mr. Batty and takes them with him. But then the king's attention goes to the person with whom he was extracting the brush. Now the king will have to put full focus on him, otherwise he will not be able to extract the brush. Then he keeps Lu and Yan aside and extracts the brush completely. On the other hand, Yan and Lu were in a lot of trouble. They didn't know how they would get out of there. Then we see that when the king comes to catch Lu and Yan again, then Yan touches the king with his hands with the help of his powers. As soon as Yan touches the king, the brush that was with the king goes back to that person. Then we see that Lu finds out that Yan has 2 powers, 1 power to heal and 1 power to go to the past. Then we see that the king was preparing another very dangerous attack to capture them again, but then the king's attack is missed, and that attack goes straight to the brush pen. And he goes straight to the brush pen and goes back to Lu. All the people there were quiet for 2 minutes, because it is impossible in this world that 2 spirit brushes go inside a person. We see Lu, who has a very big energy blast, and even in front of the king, Lu had shown his new power. By that time, the king was completely scared there, because of which he runs away from there. After this, we are shown that Yan was very happy that he identified his new power so quickly, and he also learned to use it. But then Lu was very tired and he sits down and says that I have not learned my new power. He says that I just recited a poem, because of which his imagination was made. In reality, I do not know how to use that brush at all. After this, the master comes and checks Lu's body and says that I do not know how, but Lu was successful in fusing 2 brushes. If you look at it, even before this, a person tried to do this by force, but he was killed after a while. Before this, no one in this world came who had 2 brushes. After this, a letter also comes there which was from Wrong. After reading that letter, Lu says that I do not understand, that finally Wrong is behaving well with me or just taking advantage of me. Well, Yan says that you should give Wrong another chance. On the other hand, we see Lu, Mr. Bad, and Yan who go to their village, so that in any way but one of the 2 brushes inside Lu can be extracted, because if this is not done, then there is no guarantee that Lu will live till now. Now Lu, Yan, and Mr. Bad go to the village chief, because if someone has the most information, then he will be the village chief. When the chief hears that Lu has absorbed 2 brushes inside himself without any harm, then he says that maybe your body is a little different, and if you want, you can go very far. But then Lu says that I do not need it, and please do something as soon as possible and remove the brush from me, because I do not want to die single. Now, after hearing the sad story of Lu, the chief tries to do something. He attaches himself to Lu and tries to remove a brush from Lu. And this thing was very hard, and by doing this, the chief was very tired. Then the chief was sitting for a while, that suddenly an attack happens from somewhere, and the chief's life is lost. It is not a small thing for a village chief to die suddenly, because of which there is chaos in the whole village, and we see that a girl comes there, who sees all this there and tells everyone. Lu and Mr. Bad were in a lot of trouble, because everyone will understand that they have killed the chief. because of which they run to a secret place. They both come to a temple from which a path comes out of a library. Mr. Bad says that maybe no one knows about this library, so it will be safest for us to live here. But this library is not a normal library. We will have to do a lot of hard work to get out of here. And now that we have come here, we cannot go back, because if we go, we will die. Now, as soon as they go to the library, there was something written in a very strange handwriting, and we see that there were also a lot of brushes in the middle. Suddenly, these brushes feel the presence of Lou and Mr. Bad, because of which they get activated, and some of them had taken the form of a monster. Then we are told that these monsters are brush puppeteers who can only hear the sound. They do not see. Then Lou takes advantage of this thing and kills all the brush puppeteers present there. Well, looking at Lou's fighting skills, Mr. Bad was very impressed. After that, they start looking at all the symbols present there. And our genius, that is Mr. Bad, finds out where the exit can be. So they go to the exit, but there was no door there. Lou was very tense that he would have to get out of here, because
Of which that donkey does not use his brain and breaks that gate using his magic power. And after that, he tells Mr. Bad that when I am in stress, this is what happens. On the other hand, Mr. Bad was in a lot of tension because he did not know how the chief was killed, and we are told a very shocking thing here. After all, the chief was Mr. Baddy's own father. Well, now both are different, and we see that Lou finally finds Yen. It was night, but Lou was not able to sleep. He does not know that if he sleeps tonight, he will wake up tomorrow morning or not. Then he summons his new brush and asks him how to separate you. But the brush gives him an empty page again. That is, like Lou's brush is also a complete donkey. Here we find out one more shocking thing. Lou's second brush. That is, this yellow brush. By the time Lou uses it, Lou's life will slowly end. Then Lou thinks that should he take the help of Wrong? But then Yen says that the girls will only slow you down. Don't worry, I, Ju, and Mr. Batty are with you. Then Lou says that Mr. Batty has refused to tell Ju about the chief's death, because if Ju finds out that the chief is dead, he will definitely try to run back to the village. So they make an excuse and go to sleep. Then we are shown some unknown persons looking at Lou and Yen from the outside, and a king was also sitting there with them. And then he says that only Lou is responsible for the death of the chief. The next morning, we see that our men go to a temple. There used to live a very old monk on that temple whose name was Zhong. He was going to do some work, but guess what happened? Someone attacked him again. Then we are shown the attacker present there, whose name was Shiv. Lou is now used to all these attacks. On the other hand, we are shown another attacker who was in a black coat, and this man had applied his magic on Yen, due to which Yen had come to a dimension of his own, where no person exists, only brushes exist. Then that man says that this is my dimension, and there is only one way to get out of here. Do something and call Lou's name from my mouth, and you will be free from here. Yen is completely stuck here. Now Yen will have to show his rhyming skills. On the other hand, we see Lou, who was running for his life, but then the attacker Shiv attacks him and says that you can't run away by killing our chief. Then Lou summons a sword with his power to protect himself, but unfortunately, that sword was very weak. Lou tries to summon his powers again, but it doesn't work. Lou was getting beaten up a lot worse than the attacker Shiv, but then the attacker Shiv comes forward and says that don't worry, you are not only getting beaten up alone, your friends are getting beaten up worse than you. We are shown that Yen is still in his control. On the other hand, where he was killing the Jew with the King Mill. Now in the present, the attacker Shiv was about to kill Lou, but then Lou smiles and prays there and escapes from there. Later, he summons a dragon and tries to fight, but he can't fight. Lou was wondering what kind of brush this girl had. On the other hand, we are shown Yen, who was still trapped in the same place. But then he thinks and says that, I don't have any poems with which I can rhyme. Then the attacker stands in front of him and gets very angry, and says that you don't know how to respect an art, you don't deserve a brush pen.
And the same thing was the plan of Yen. Yen's plan was to slowly instigate him so that this barrier starts to weaken. And it also happens that after a while, that barrier becomes so weak that Yen breaks it easily. When Yen comes out and looks at Lu, then Lu's condition was very bad. I mean, he couldn't fight, but he didn't even die. And then their fight is interrupted in the middle because a very big storm comes there. And we are shown that a very big, huge creature appears from somewhere, which was surely very powerful. But because it was so big, it was having a lot of trouble moving. Looking at it, it seemed that the monster wanted to attack the attacker's shoe. But the pupil brush inside Lu, that was the yellow brush, he moves on his own and saves the attacker's shoe from that monster. Although Shu felt that Lu was trying to do something to him. And after that, Shu starts crying very emotionally there. But Lu doesn't understand what's going on. But then Lu understands that this new brush wants to save Shu. Then Lu's friends put their lives in danger and divert
the attention of that monster. And the attackers run away from there, thinking that they will take revenge from Lu later. Although it was shocking that the monster also has long-range distance attacks. Although he is still safe from the magic barrier made by Lu. Yen says that teach me how to make a barrier with a brush. But unfortunately, Lu had no idea because his pupil brush was doing all this by itself. To escape from the monster, they were running. But while running, they come back to the monster. Seeing all this, the attacker there says that we should team up for now. The attacker makes a barrier there and tells Lu to merge his barrier in it so that they can make a strong barrier there together. But Lu didn't know how to do this at all. Then Shu says that it is very easy. You just have to feel your magic mana in your blood flow. Lu understands these things at the right time, because of which they are successful in running away from there. After going to a safe distance from there, they see that the monster takes the form of a monk and starts calling a person named Chia there. Then the assassin wearing glasses understands who he is. A long time ago, there used to be a king there, and that king had a disciple named Kai. But once Kai had shared a very important thing about his master to a man named Chia, and because Kai had given a very important thing about the master to Chia, so the master's trust in Kai was completely lost. And we later find out that Chia was working for another emperor, and he secretly took out all the information from Kai about the master and killed the master. And what we are seeing now in the present is an energy of Kai. He is very angry and is looking for Chia. On the other hand, we see Lu, Yen, and the other assassins. And Lu's yellow brush didn't know how, but it was pointing at one place. So they think that if they destroy that thing, then Kai's soul will be at peace. But then the assassins say that going out is not free from danger. And even if we go out, we will have very little time to escape from that thing. Then Yen says that if you guys are completely damaged, then I can heal you guys. But yes, I will be able to heal you only 9 times as much energy as I have. Then we see Lu, Yen, and Chia pick up this danger and come out of the barrier. But as soon as they leave, there are a lot of attacks on him. And by healing both of them, they have only 6 chances left. After this, the attack on Lu again, but Chia saves him. But Chia gets damaged again, because of which Yen has to heal him again, and they have only 3 chances left. And by doing this, Yen has only the last chance left. But then Chia shows bravery and says that, I don't need any more healing. Now slowly they had reached their destination, where Yen uses his final healing on Shi again, and Shi recovers completely. And after that, releasing all his power, she attacks that monster. And finally, the thing that they had to destroy, they destroy that thing. They fall very far, but then we are shown in a different scene that that monster was not dead yet. He was sending a lot of forms and sending their energy into the water. Then we see that the ghost takes the form of a brush. But everyone is shocked when they see that Lu's blue brush goes and talks to that brush. And eventually, we come to know that this brush is also one of the 7 dukes. On the other hand, we see that ghost who was crying. And after that, finally he says that now I can go well. And after that, he disappears from there. Now after this, we see that assassin who wanted to take that cloud brush. But before taking that assassin's brush, Rong's grandfather comes there. And that assassin freezes completely because Rong had also come there. After coming there, Rong says that no one can take the brush, because 7 Duke brushes are just like brothers and sisters who live with each other. And there is only one reason for the cloud brush to stop here, because Lu has yellow and blue brushes. And after hearing all this, Lu was getting very angry, because once again, Rong and Rong's grandfather just used Lu.
They just wanted to find the cloud brush with the help of Lu. Lu was so angry that he also attacks Rong's grandfather here. But Lu's grandfather had sent that attack back to Lu. Then we see that Rong comes to take care of Lu. And then we see the grandfather who says that, "Don't worry, it will be good for you." Then we see Lu who removes Rong's hands from himself
and says that, "Don't touch me. After what you have done to me, I can't trust you." After hearing this, Rong and Rong's grandfather leave from there. Then we see that the king also comes there, who takes the other two assassins from there, because their brush holder is broken anyway, so they take Lu, Yen, and everyone else in their custody and leave from there. Later, we are shown sitting with the king and the other assassins, where the assassin says that first, we want to investigate Lu and Yen, so that we know how our chief was killed. There, the king says yes, but later, the king gets very tensed, because in the end, the king killed his chief from a distance, so that Lu, Yen, and the master bed get the blame, and it becomes easy to catch them. Then, the king decides that first, he will go and kill Lu and Yen, so that no secret comes out. But as soon as they reach there, the king is shocked to see that she was already there, and she killed Lu. And after that, she says that I was just taking revenge from them for my chief's death, because I got this thing from them. After seeing that thing, the king says that yes, this is the chief. But then she asks that, how do you know that this is the chief? Because you have never seen the chief before. But then he lies and says that the name of the chief was already written in the ID. But in fact, the name of the chief was not there. It was actually Yen's ID pass. Unfortunately, one by one, the king's lie was being caught. And after that, it is revealed that Lu and Yen did not die. They were just supporting the chief so that they could face the king's lie together. Then an old man comes there, whose name was Fei, and he says that you have a lot to explain. The king tries to attack them there, but then that guy named Fei knocks out the king, and after that, the king is hanged there. And then Fei uses one of her abilities, with which she temporarily takes out the king's brush from there. And in this way, she can make the king tell the truth, because the king was refusing to say anything, because of which Fei had to use this technique. He asks who you really are and for whom you work. Then he says that you will never find out about my master, because he is such a powerful man that you can't even think. And because he was refusing to speak, blood comes out of his mouth. Now, this process will continue later, but later it is shown to us that Lu and Yen were leaving from here, where she says thank you to Lu to save him. Then Lu says that I didn't do anything. What I did, my brush did. Finally, Fei says that our clan master wants to meet you to thank you both, and he was none other than the head of the Zhu family, that is, Li. Then Lu understands that the first one who attacked him was not Li. He was someone else in the guise of Li. Now both were sitting together, where Lu asks if you know any way so that I can separate the two brushes inside me. But unfortunately, Li doesn't know anything about it. He tells Lu to go to a place called Nanari. There you will know something about the people present there, but be a little careful with the people there, because the people there are very dangerous. Some of the people there can also experiment on you, and they can also make you brush puppeteers. If they want, they can keep you as a slave, and because there are two brushes in you, so they will definitely show interest in you. They are so dangerous that the Zhu family and the Y family can't even defeat them together. Now we are shown a scene a few days later, where the Zhu family had kept Li and Yen there. As a guest there, they were taking a lot of treatment from them. For a few days, Lu and Yen have a lot of fun. But then they notice that why is the Zhu family paying so much attention to them? Then Lu gets a message from Master Bade, where he was saying that he has some information about Nanari, and he has also got a good news to split the two brushes. But the most important thing he says is that the Zhu family is a very useless family. You have to get out of there as soon as possible. And then Shiv comes there too, who says that I will help you get out of here. But in return, you will also have to help me to kill those who are behind the death of the chief. After a while, we are shown that on the same night, they are also successful in getting out of there. But before leaving, they see a person there. Lu, Yen, and Shiv were surprised when that person does not stop them. But now they were stuck in a loop. As many times as they were leaving the gate, they were coming back into the mansion.
And all this work is definitely of this man. Yan says that we will have to defeat him to get out of here. But as soon as he goes to attack him, he teleports back there. Then Lu notices one thing and says that the three of us should go in different directions. And then the three of them go in different ways. But if that man still wanted, he could have replaced all three. But because that man did not track Yan's location, he did not know where Yan was. Because of which, they are successful in getting out of there. Now all of them were going to Nanari together. Then Lu gets a call from the hospital.
In the call, he says that Master Bade is very badly injured. Then Lu decides that he will go to see Master Bade later. Now everyone had reached the nursery, where Yen and Shi were going. And while going there, Yen and Shi see a dead man. On the other side, we see Lu in the hospital, who had come to see Master Bade. As soon as Lu comes, Master Bade comes into consciousness and says to Lu that the chief who was killed was my own father. And when I started the investigation behind his death, I found out. Lu, you already know that the Y family and the Zuga family are enemies. But during the investigation, I found out that there is a traitor between the Y family and the Zuga family. That is, he goes to every information of the Y family and tells it to the Zuga family. Master Bade says that I was behind them. And while talking to them, I heard that they were trying to steal the most important and powerful brushes of the Y family and the Zuga family. Further, when I followed them, I saw that they were going to the nursery, and there I was caught, and they beat me a lot. And then Lu remembers that Yen and Shi are still inside the nursery. On the other side, Yen and Shi were looking at that dead man. Shi was in a lot of tension because he felt that the master had hidden something from him. To know everything, Yen and Shi run inside the nursery. On the other side, Lu calls Yen, but Yen doesn't pick up. So Lu leaves there to go to them as soon as possible. On the other side, Lu and Shi had reached there, and they see that the same spectacled assassin and Master Fei are there, and they are fighting with the nursery master present there. And with that nursery master, he also had a traitor. Shi wanted to jump in the middle and help him, but then Yen stops him and says that first understand the situation well, and then a powerful brush puppet comes there. And the nursery's brush puppets are so powerful that if he wanted, he could have killed the spectacled assassin there. But then the master summons his brush and activates his powers. And Yen was also shocked to see his power, because his power was quite insane, and within a second, he removes that brush puppet from there. Then he sees that the nursery master present there was controlling all these brush puppets. Then Fei goes to attack him, but before attacking him, another brush puppet comes in the middle. Then the nursery master increases the powers of all the brush puppeteers present there. But Fei still easily defeats those puppets with the help of her powers. But then the nursery master himself enters the field, and we see that he was going to make Fei a brush puppeteer here. But then Shi and Yen jump in the middle and save Fei. However, while fighting, a monster attacks Yen and he falls far away. He says that I was just going to recover Fei. Well, Yen and Shi understand that their power is useless here, but then our hero enters there. As soon as Lu comes there, he summons a lot of soldiers with the help of his powers. Lu picks up Yen and gives a strong handshake, as if saying, "Don't worry, friend, I have come." With the handshake, Lu gives something in Yen's hands. Now as soon as they were about to attack together, the nursery master attacks and makes Shi, Yen, and even the master unconscious. He had made such an attack that he would slowly take energy from them and kill them. Then he says that, "I know you have come here so that you can separate your brush." Lu had no other option but to listen to him. Then the nursery master says, "Listen to me carefully. As soon as you go a little further from here, you will see a small mansion. It is not possible for everyone to go inside it.
There are 4 dragons living there, and a master calligrapher lives there, which has been sealed at that place with great difficulty. You will get a chance to use your yellow brush and go inside that mansion, and after going there, you can separate your pens." Then Lu also agrees and goes inside that place with the help of his brush. By the way, that place was completely different and very beautiful from the inside. Outside, we see the nursery master, who says that whoever has gone inside it has come back dead. When Lu will be sacrificed there, the way to go here will open and we will also get Lu's brushes. On the other side, we are shown Lu, who was surrounded by 4 dragons. But no dragon was attacking him because Lu's blue brush could talk to him. And then the calligrapher also comes there, and seeing the calligrapher, Lu was completely shocked. Then we see that the calligrapher takes him to a room with him and gives him a drink there. After drinking that drink, all the injuries of Lu are healed. On the other side, we see Yan, whose hand was shining. Lu gave Yan such a thing in his hand that he was completely recovered. After Yan recovers, he quietly recovers Fei and Shi. And after recovering them, the three of them start attacking again. On the other side, we see Lu and the calligrapher again. The calligrapher says that you have two options. Either you take out one of the two brushes from yourself, or you will get such a power with which you can save them. Then Lu selects the second option. And while selecting it, Lu gets a very overpowered skill. And with that skill, he goes out and defeats all the enemies there in a second. And after that, he grabs the nursery master and asks, "Who is your master?" Then he says that the name of our master is Han John. And as soon as he takes the name of his master, he is killed by his master. Then Lu remembers that his teacher had also said this name a long time ago. Then there is a sunrise and Lu thinks what to do next. And with this, finally our season 1 of this anime ends. This anime was very good. If I have to rate it, I will give it 8 out of 10. In the comments section, do tell me how much rating you want to give it. If you enjoyed watching this video, you can subscribe to the channel. If you subscribe, you will get part 2 very soon. I promise that I will definitely bring its part 2. If there is a good response on this video, I promise that the next video will not take that long. Until then, let's meet in a new video.